Alright guys, Gambling Kiwi, NRL round 19, back again. Before we touch on that, we'll touch on recap round 18. Now we had the Sharks cash for us big time. Nico Hines scored the try. There wasn't the point options weren't available, but the wingers, well, one winger scored the try, he got a double. The other winger didn't get anything. But we cashed big time. The fullback got a try. His name number 3 got a try for us. That was fantastic. Where's the Sharks? There. So we had Raymond cash for us. He didn't quite get the double, which, oh man, if he got that double, I would have burnt down my house. This guy got his double though. Kennedy scored a try. Nico Hines scored a try. The TAB's bet cashed. They would have got that. It was all fun and games. We did notice some trends we'll talk about later when we get to the next video. Other than that, we avoided the Warriors game. We avoided the Storm game. Titans were my dog of the week, and we all know they won that game, right? We're just going to put a little C here for corruption, maybe a R here for robbed, right? So obviously that bet didn't pay, but I feel like it should have. Anyway, moving right along, Cowboys, Broncos, Broncos had a sweat in there, didn't they? But our safety parlay crashed, so 2 out of 3, pretty good week. And let's just rinse and repeat it. Let's do the same thing here. Now, I imagine the Tigers have been drilling defense all week. I imagine their goal for this game is just to purely lose by less points. I think that's their only goal coming into this week. So we're going to do the same thing here. But I did notice the Sharks, every time they went to the right, they scored. Every time they went to the left, they didn't score. But they keep going to the left. It kind of felt like they all had bets on number 5 to score a try. Because they tried like 7-8 times to get him across the line before he finally did. And yet every time they went to the right, where number 2 was, they scored. Number 2 didn't get any tries though. They sort of evaded him. But they scored down that side all night. Anyway, enough said. So, after watching that game, Nico Hines seems to really love his number 5 and really love number 11. So those are the 2 guys we're going to back for this week to get tries, number 5 and 11. We will have a look to see how much number 3 is paying, because he cashed big for us, because he had good odds to score a try. Possibly number 2 as well, probably not. And of course number 1, the fullback, number 7, Nico Hines himself, also odds on favourites, but oh my god, that's just, unless we made too much of a mess here, haven't we? Dun-dun-dun-dun. So those are all your options for try scorers. Take your pick. I'm going to stick to number 11 and number 5, because I just feel they're Nico Hines' favourites players. Moving on. Dog of the week is going to be the Dragons down here, mainly because there's not really a lot of options. Warriors aren't paying enough to be considered a dog of the week for me. You've got to at least get over that $2 mark. They're right on it, but not quite over it. And the Dolphins, it's just not exciting enough, and I think that's going to be a hella close game. The Dogs are due a win. I just don't see them beating the Rabbits at home. They could do. It could, stranger things have happened in the NRL, but the Raiders did not look impressive against the Titans last week. Maybe I'm just underestimating the Titans a little bit. But we're going against the Raiders again. We're shading the Raiders again here. And our dog of the week is going to be the Dragons. So with the Raiders out, our safety parlay is going to have to be the Rabbits and the Titans. It's going to be our safety parlay. Not very safe. Again, it's a short week. So if you just want the actual best bet, I think the best bet this week will be number 5 to get a try. Maybe number 5 to get a double. That's Sharks. It's all Sharks this week. Look at the thumbnail. Okay, it's all Sharks. That's it. Short video. What do we do first? Let's touch on the TAB first. Now, this is the first week. We'll be doing this again on Thursday. Was when I found these, so I'm guessing they drop on Thursday. We'll be back on Thursday with this, and we might reiterate the bets depending on what the odds are. I haven't gone and seen what the odds are yet. I haven't actually placed any of these bets, but that's what we're looking at. I do want to get in on the Dragons before that. I'm scared that's going to come down in value, so we'll definitely get in on the Dragons as quickly as possible. Anyway, TAB. Now we're going to ignore all these bets here, and we're just looking at the best bet they had. And they cashed, well, I imagine they cashed on this one. I didn't quite get in on time. I didn't think of it in time. The Sharks game was finished. It was the next day. I went for it and I just made a parlay, a $1 parlay with all these bets in it, just to keep track of them and see which ones cashed and which ones didn't. This one didn't cash. This one didn't cash. This one did cash though, and it was paying $3. So triple tick there to the TAB for that one, even though, you know, carry on. They got the Cowboys right. They got the Broncos wrong. Bulldogs wrong. They did get there's a tick in there. There is a tick in here somewhere. They got this one right. So they got 4 out of 8, which is pretty appalling. That's not what you want to be getting when you're betting, because most bets don't quite double your money, so that's a big negative. However, the Raiders game was paying triple, so it kind of puts their score at 6 out of 8. Which means if you'd gone through and put $10 on each of these bets, you'd probably walk away with about minus 20. Is that right? Am I calculating that right? No, I'm calculating that all wrong. I'm not too sure what you would have come out with. But we're going to give them a 6 out of 8 for that, just because they had that triple stacker in there. But, yeah, we'll be back on that one on Thursday. Certainly did a lot better than our UFC. Now, this was our first week as a premium member. We got our automatic payment set up, and we went all in on this dude, and he lost. The safety parlay lost. Lock of the week lost. It was an absolute bloodbath. I followed some of the other bets Angelo had down. A couple of them did hit, but I think about 2 out of 5 hit. It was appalling with negative 5 units off that. We got absolutely slaughtered. Bloodbath. I'm not adept enough to draw blood. Anyway, we will give them another chance. We'll give them another 5 units. We've got to, they usually do better at the big pay-per-views. Obviously, they know the fighters a lot more. We'll give them another chance here. We will follow the safety parlay again. We'll see we'll follow Lock of the Week because we're riding with them. Looking at the card, I'm liking Bulk, Moreno, and Whitaker here. Would be a pretty cool parlay to put down there. As well as, we also got Dan Hooker on the card. We've got Crute on the card. Mandela's on the card. Shannon Ross is on the early prelims, so I think the only way you're going to see that fight is if you have UFC Fight Pass. I wonder, if you pay for the pay-per-view, do you get the early fights? I'm not 100% on that, but this is a pay-per-view. I really want it because Bulk's on it, Whitaker's on it, and Dan Hooker's on it. It's, there's a lot of Kiwis, Aussies in here. But there's also Moreno and Bo Nickel on the card, and I don't know if I want to pay. I don't want them getting any credit for my pay-per-view purchase. But we'll see how we go. Yeah, that is the card. The safety parlay has to be Volk and Whitaker, surely. We don't even need to look to know that's going to be the safety parlay. Maybe put Moreno in there if you want to. I'm just repeating myself. I think that's it. That's everything. We're covered. We're done. All in on the Sharks, guys. Have a good week.